Okay, here we are. Mathew Cogburn commentary. The Jesus Rocks Predator. The Keep Your Genes in Your Jeans Predator. I'll see how many parts I do in this. I'm probably going to ramble on about him because I find this guy quite interesting. From the Georgia sting. He looks just like a normal dude, a normal, all-American guy. Anyway, let's get into it. Mathew Cogburn. Oh, and before I begin, I think Walls has done this, and shout out to Walls for the inspiration for these commentaries because I find them really funny, and I just want to do my own where I just touch on a few points that I think have been overlooked, maybe. So here we go.
I love this spoof thing we do with the phones now, but it takes forever to dial all these numbers.
You just couldn't make
The
this up.
spoof
And there we
thing.
are,
What spoof thing?
Saturday afternoon, and there's this massive wildfire in Northern California. That causes a power outage.
That's funny because there's a giant fire going on in California right now. 14 years later.
And that knocks all Yahoo chat rooms offline. So for like 9 hours, the perverted justice decoys couldn't do their jobs. Not only was that a problem for that day, it created a problem for the next day because
Oh no, not the next day, Chris.
the decoys.
Where is he too? Is he in like some sort of studio, some sort of, editing room or something? It looks like a spaceship.
Couldn't make dates for Sunday. So this had a very serious impact on our investigation.
Hey, Matt. It's Angel. Where are you at?
After the date is made and the potential predator says he's in fact coming over, they always have a follow-up phone call. So we kind of have a better sense of when these guys are going to show up. Pib talked to Mathew Cogburn and kept track of Cogburn as he got closer to our hidden camera house.
Walking up the walk towards the door.
She may not even know
Walking up the walk towards the door.
the door.
State the obvious, frag.
All right, now back up. He's right there. Keep going.
And look at this wig. This wig looks like it's from David's Emporium in Hamilton. It looks like it cost about $2.50.
Hi, come on in. I just gotta put this
You'd have to be an idiot to follow that wig into that house.
in the dryer real quick.
Okay.
Just take a seat, because if I don't put this in the dryer, it gets really wrinkled. I'll get in a lot of trouble. Come on into the kitchen and take a seat. I even made some sweet tea all now.
Sweet tea, is that a thing over there? I think it's a southern thing. I don't know. If someone could confirm that, that'd be nice. Sweet tea. I've never had sweet tea. What even is sweet tea? I don't know.
Cogburn wanted a blonde, and Emily isn't naturally blonde. So we had to improvise and come up with a blonde wig for Emily to wear. To be seen at the door when Cogburn shows up.
He wanted a blonde. He would have shown up for a brunette. You didn't have to splurge on this amazing wig, Chris Hansen. I'm pretty sure he would have. Oh, what? You're not blonde? Oh, I'm not coming. You would have shown up.
Did you have a hard time getting here?
Well, the road that I was looking for didn't show up.
My fault with the directions.
No. I got directions off my computer.
Sent Georgia guy 04. What does that mean? Sent GA guy 04. Whoops.
Why don't you have a
Oh no. Oh no. Why don't you have a seat? Why is there curtains in here too? That should be ringing alarm bells right there.
seat there and get comfortable for that?
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
You had a feeling what was going to happen?
I had a feeling this was going to happen. No, you did not. I wonder what's on TV too. Little TV. My great grandmother had a little TV in the kitchen like that. I wonder what he's turning off.
No,
Well, no, I need to talk to you about a couple of things, and I think you're going to want to talk about it. It's going to take a few minutes, so why don't you have a seat? Cogburn immediately recognizes me. It was one of the first investigations where we were seeing a number of guys.
A number of guys.
Who had seen previous to catch a predator investigations and had shown up and stayed and chatted anyway.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen. I've said it before. Just leave. You're giving me content. Just leave.
it's gonna be on national news.
I'm sorry, be on what?
Is this the national news? All that stuff.
Which one are you talking about?
All what they do on 13.
Chris playing a little dumb, you know. I think he's playing a little dumb because he wants them to just give more incriminating evidence against themselves, you know. Which one are you talking about? You know, Chris, you know what he's saying. You know it's the national news, you know. You know what he's saying, Chris.
Or NBC.
NBC?
Yeah.
Oh, he just mentioned the keyword, NBC. NBC? You mean like Dateline NBC?
Like Dateline NBC?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to keep your hands on your pockets for just a minute. Go ahead, please sit down.
I've just been on the road 2 hours.
Okay. What was your plan here today?
I can't answer that as I want to because I've been in a struggle myself with what I want to do because I'm still a virgin and I just I think it's stupid that I did this.
How old are you?
22.
22. And how old was the girl you were chatting with online?
The girl said she was 13 or 14.
13 or 14. And you thought that it would be okay to come over here and visit a young girl home alone?
Yeah. A whole lot of talk about nothing. I'm still a virgin. I'm in a struggle with myself. You know, and then Chris asked the same routine questions. Yeah, I don't know what that's got to do with anything though, Mathew Cogburn. Why even bring that up? You know, I'm still a virgin. Why are you still a virgin anyway? Why? Yeah, why? And I thought Christians don't have sex until they're married anyway. And aren't you like a really devoted Christian? So what are you doing here? Oh, that's right. I've been in a struggle with myself. Whatever.
I wanted to think it was okay, but I just...
I wanted to think he's probably trying to justify it to himself on the drive down. Yeah, I think that's what he means by that, in my opinion, anyway.
Now, I'm looking at this chat log here. 16 minutes into this discussion, you asked if she can do deep throat. Explain that.
How do you know what that even is if you're still a virgin? How do you know what deep throat is? Because you've been watching RedTube or whatever LimeWire porn sites we're on. What is it called? Emulax, like Dustin McFetridge said. You know, how do you even know what that is? Oh, I was watching something on Emulax, deep throat. Looks nice. Can you do deep throat? You know, you don't even know what that is. You should just stick to missionary, Takashi missionary position. Don't worry about deep throat. You don't even know what that is.
No reason to explain. How do you feel about sex? You on birth control, or are you sticking with condoms? Here's a guy, looks like the kind of guy anybody would be, happy to have their daughter date. You look at his MySpace page.
MySpace, it's a blast from the past. No one I knew had MySpace. It wasn't really a big thing here. Well, not really, but yeah, it's funny now. Because that MySpace would be obsolete now, you know.
His hero is God. His motto is Jesus rocks. You got toys? Well, I want you to square that with what's on your MySpace.
What does that say? Good things happening for me to take credit as the something man upstairs. He is an amazing man.
Website.
When you really see the difference in your life. Jesus rocks. Huh.
Where you talk about Jesus rocks.
That's the struggle I'm in.
And
internal struggle.
Heroes. God, duh.
God, duh.
Well, Well, you need to know that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet teens online. If there's anything else you'd like to
I wonder what he's thinking right now, because he was already walking out, you know.
tell us, we'd like to hear it. Otherwise, you're obviously free to be on your way. As I'm finishing my conversation with Cogburn, I ask if, there's anything else he'd like people to know. He turns and says,
Be careful. Keep your jeans in your jeans.
keep your what?
Jeans in your jeans.
Where did you hear that? I'm still a virgin. Where did you hear that? That's the weirdest little saying I've ever heard in my entire life.
Jeans in your jeans. That's your advice. And it took me a few minutes to figure out what he was talking about, but he meant
A few minutes, Chris. Didn't you go to college, Chris? It took you a few minutes to figure it out.
jeans as in DNA matter, in jeans as in pants.
And make sure you explain it for everyone, because we all didn't go to college and we don't understand much, Chris. So jeans in your jeans, please explain again.
And it's his clever way of saying, don't get yourself in one of these situations.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. No one understood that. I love the way they just go so especially in this one, they just go crazy. Sheriff's office, get down! Like this 22-year-old virgin, Jesus rocks. You need 3 of you. You probably need 5 of you.
Sheriff's office, get on the ground! Get down on the ground! All the way down, down.
I suppose it's just routine though, really, isn't it?
Matthew, how'd it go at the house today?
How'd it go? Went great. Yep, had a great time.
I'm just curious.
I pulled up.
You're just curious? Yeah, no, it went perfect. I met my hero, Jesus rocks. Can you do deep throat?
In front of the house, like she had said, and got out, and she was coming out the door, and I saw she had a wig on.
No, you didn't think that. You still walked in. You did not think that. You're lying. You still walked in. You said nothing about a wig.
Like, this is odd. I mean, I had a little bit of suspicion before I even got there.
Did you engage with the gentleman that talked to you?
Yeah. What happens with that, I don't know. Just asking me.
What happens is it stays on YouTube for eternity. It stays on YouTube for eternity. You're the star of the show. It's hilarious.
Questions about it. Just I took offense to it because I thought he was trying to put me down. And I was going.
You took offense to it. You're not in any position to be debating whether or not you're being put down. You're there for malintent, as Mike Manzi says.
Walk out initially. After this, it's just deleted. I've been in I'm not gonna say a mental struggle, but
yeah, you've said that about 5 times that you've been in a struggle. Okay, who isn't in a fucking struggle? Everyone's in a struggle. I'm in a struggle. I'm in a mental struggle. I'm in a spiritual struggle too. God, we know you're in a struggle. Yeah, you're in a struggle.
Solely deep down, I didn't have any intentions to do anything.
You're lying.
Enjoy meeting new people, and as weird as it sounds, I've been able.
Someone's phones are getting a text. That reminds me of 2010. When you have a phone next to a radio or a speaker or something, and you get that noise. Someone's getting a text. It's coming before it's even got there.
To talk.
Pretty funny.
The way I talk, and this is my punishment. I let go.
In his interview with the detectives, he says that the most important thing that he's got to do is call his employer and say that he can't make it in for work. I mean, on almost every level, he seems like a diligent kid, but for this behavior online and the fact.
Yeah, I do believe he was in a struggle, as he says. I do believe that. Called his employer, and just while I'm here, I was reading, he's got a website. It's called artsonfifth.com. Mathew Cogburn, Gray, Georgia. And it tells, I grew up in a small southern town in a loving family, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure he was in some sort of struggle. I was incarcerated for 722 days of my life. That's 8 days short of 2 years. 2 of my closest friends got married. I don't doubt he was in a struggle, but, there's enough warning out there. You just can't do what you did. Hang on, he says something here. It's a bit poor me. It's a bit poor me. What I find with these fucking predators is, and with anyone, that no one can take any accountability or responsibility for their own actions. You drove in your fucking car to that house. No one forced you. You did it yourself. It is simply a human warehouse. There are many lonely days looking at white walls. You did that yourself. I'm not in jail because I didn't do it. You are because you did. Oh my God. Where is it? I want to find it. I'm getting a bit off track here, but needless to say, I wasn't handling it and I continued to fake it. I began to seek pleasure in online chat rooms, and soon I was an addict looking for my next fix, talking to random women. And it wasn't just the talking or meeting, it was the pleasure. I thought he was a virgin. I wonder what he means by that. Anyway, let's continue.
That he showed up to have this date.
You say you're a virgin?
Yes, ma'am.
That's odd. I find that so odd.
It gets pretty graphic here.
This is my dark side.
Okay. Well,
It's my dark side. That sounds like something off Star Wars.
we all tend to have one of those.
Oh, really? What's your dark side, lady? I'd love to know. What's your dark side? We all tend to have one of those. I don't have a dark side. Nah, I do. But what's yours? I'd love to know yours. And, if I was him, I'd say, well, what about we try, how about I interview you? How about I interview you, That's a useful exercise. Let's try that. Okay, lady, and my first question is, what's your dark side? Oh, sometimes I drive 55 in a 50 zone. I'm sure it would be nothing.
Hey,
Not like Mathew Cogburn.
and it can be overcome.
It's
Oh, no, that was a little inspiring. It can be overcome. You're right.
this is my
It's a
slap.
hurdle. It's a hurdle.
Well, this is my slap in the face to wake up and stop. I mean, I don't know what to say.
All right. 4 years in jail with 16 years of probation. 16 years. Goodness me. All right. That'll do it for this commentary. I'll do another one soon. See you on the next one.